Well, hi there, everybody. Good evening. Good evening. How are you? Hey, Howell. How's it going? Candle person, you. So, I thought I would just jump on here for tonight and just pull some cards. It is the supermoon, it is the strawberry moon after all. And I have many a story to tell about strawberries. Yes, I do, actually. And let's get some music going. All right. Let's see here. Might be a little too loud. Driving home from the hospital again. Hey, Shiloh, where have you been? Shiloh, I've been missing you. Been thinking about you, actually. I'm sorry to hear that, Howell. I hope everything is, gonna get better. It's gonna get better. Okay. But I was going to pull some cards for people. And while we're waiting to just kind of let more people show up if they decide to, let me explain some things. Hey, Miss Loretta, I've been thinking about you too. Had a conversation about doing trance work, trance medium work with my landlord, of all things, where I have my room that I do readings from, and she promises to be a little bit more on the quiet side. So, and you've been thinking about me too, Shiloh. Aw, okay. So that says something right there, right? What it means, we don't know. But let me tell you something about the strawberry moon. I personally like the strawberry moon because, well, I grew up in the middle of what was really the top of a hill, surrounded by what used to be an orchard, and many a moon ago, right? And beyond that, the farms were strawberry fields and with different farmers and things like that. And so at around the later part of June into early July, you would drive up my road, not to my home, but just the road that I grew up on, and it would smell like strawberry jam from all of the strawberries that were left in the fields. And my sister, yeah, strawberry season. That's right, Sarah. Hey, Sarah. Good to see you. Okay. So, has a lot of fond memories for me, a lot of misty mornings. My sister, as a preteen and a teen, my cousins, everybody going strawberry picking, um, for some extra cash for the fall, that kind of things, for to buy school clothes and things like that. And it was just something that everybody did where I grew up. And so this is the strawberry moon, and it happens to be a super moon right now. And with that, there's also something planetary going on right now. Mercury is direct now, wasn't retrograde, but Saturn decided to go into retrograde. So Saturn, and I'm going to talk about this and see. Look at this fantastic nail job that my landlord did for me. Anyway, my cat is playing with her toys. You're going to be hearing it. Anyway, so the bad middle finger is Saturn. Now, Saturn, Titan God. Now, with him, he is very militant, dictatorial, as you've heard me say, right? He doesn't want to lose his place of authority. That's everything that Saturn is about. So, Saturn deals in both good and the bad, because if something is supposed to be done, he makes sure that it gets done, come hell or high water, right? Well, right now, it's going to be in retrograde until October. And so we're going to be questioning that eternal question of like, am I doing the right thing? Am I in the right job? Am I making the right decisions? Am I in the right relationship? That kind of stuff. And then people are going to be questioning your motives too. So it's not just you questioning what you're doing and if you're doing it properly, but other people are going to be questioning and really scrutinizing you as well. And that's when karma comes into play. Okay? So this is where I would like to segue into whoever is trying to be me. They created a dummy account and they are trying to scam people. I do not solicit readings from anybody. I do not. I just don't. So if you get contacted by Rachel Galbraith, which is my full name, with SPTV in the background and everything, it's not me. It's somebody that Facebook has decided to deem not a community violation, but yet they are pretending to be me. So this is where I would like to remind that person that Saturn is in retrograde and Saturn deals in karma, the good, the bad, and the ugly. And karma, karma, my friends, is only a bitch if you are. So, yeah, I said it. So I would like to say that. And I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to leave that there. So what was Shiloh saying? Oh, Shiloh. Looking at all the posts earlier, I was about to log on when I came on live. Hey, thank you. Thank you, Shiloh. Yeah, I just decided to do this. I just decided. And now Sarah is allergic to strawberries. You like that, Kimberly? That karma's only a bitch if you are. Well, that's the truth. What comes around goes around. Isn't that the old adage, right? So if you're going to start scamming people, what's going to happen to you, right? And poor Hal wants a candle from me, everybody. If you've gone to my website, you've seen that I made a huge batch of candles because I was going to do an event with the Artists of the Rust Belt here in Mahoning County in Ohio, right? And unfortunately, I had something happen to me and I could not participate. So now I put all the candles on my website, and Howell is still waiting on his particular candle, he and his family, and he will not let me forget it. He will not let me forget it. Now, I do have just one tiny little candle, and I don't even know where it is now, Howell. But I have one little candle left of that scent, and I have enough of the fragrance oil and everything to make your large candle that you requested. But then that's it. But then that's it for that particular scent. So I have to tell you also that, let me see here. I don't know where to get all the information here. Go back. There we go. If you need to make an appointment with me for appointments, that's where you go to. And if you are interested in the candles that I mentioned, that's the website, elementalintentions.com. You go to the shop section, and if it says made by Rachel, Those are my products that I made from scratch. Okay. And also, just so you know, Facebook stars, gifters get priority for cards tonight. Although there's not a lot of people on, so I think I'll just do whatever the heck I feel like, right? But I want to hear from you guys. Okay, I want to hear seriously. Hey, Joanne. Hey, Miss Joanne. It's awful late for you. And I want to know how this strawberry moon is affecting you. Because yesterday it was in Sagittarius. Sagittarius, very adventurous and always looking at things from different perspectives, right? But today it's actually more of a Scorpio kind of a feel. So there's an intensity to it that wasn't felt yesterday. And this is a supermoon, so everybody's going to be getting the feely feels in one way or another. So, how is it affecting all of you? And thank you, Joanne. And how, yes, you are a candle junkie. I even saw the gift that you sent me. And if I don't get any responses from you guys being so quiet, Loretta says she's loving the full moon and getting a lot done. Good. Because, and Kimberly is a Scorpio. Okay. It's been grounded and fun this moon for you. Okay, good. And how moons affect you. Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's because they control what? Moons control the tides. They control water. So, that being said, emotions. Ask any nurse what happens in an emergency room during a full moon, especially a supermoon. Shiloh says, last night my granddaughter says to me, look, Nan, look at the beautiful full moon. Yep. She's 5 years old. Aw. Aw. That's so sweet. So with me, how's it affecting me? Karma. There's a lot of shadow stuff that has come up for me personally. There's a lot of stuff that I am kind of being introspective about, contemplating, and also dealing with somebody else trying to take my identity yet again. I swear, I swear. It happened a long time ago in the early days of computers, and now it's happening again. Whatever. Hey, Facebook user, I can't tell who you are. But hello. Oh, it's Carrie. Hi, Carrie. I can see on my phone that it's Carrie, but I just can't see in the platform that I'm using who you are. But I can see on my phone. Hey, Conchetta. Hello. Hello. So I may sneeze. I may sneeze. Everybody hold back. Batten down the hatches, so to speak. Because when I sneeze, there she blows. You know what I'm saying? All right, so tonight I have 2 decks with me. And if you feel like donating stars, go ahead, do stars. If you don't, you don't. I think we're good. Okay, excuse me. So, and if you don't feel like doing stars, that's fine. If you feel like doing a little bit of a donation or a virtual tip jar, then that is my PayPal, and that is in the description for tonight's broadcast. Okay. Thank you, Joanne. And thank you, Howell. Thank you for that. Thank you. As Shiloh says that the moon has brought up some memories of her past, but feeling energized. Exactly. Cutting off those dead branches. Exactly. Exactly. And thank you, Loretta. Thank you. Sarah, thank you. Oh, what should you manifest into your moon water? Any suggestions? Well, what are you using your moon water for? That's my question to you, Carrie. What are you going to use your moon water for? I know that when I make moon water, I like to paint with it. So, watercolors, acrylics, any kind of crafts that I'm doing, I will use that moon water in whatever I'm doing. And I also, that's why I was trying to hurry up and make all those candles so that they could be charged in the moon as well. And they are going to be charged in the moon overnight. So, Carrie, what are you going to be making with the moon water? I mean, you want to manifest into your moon water, meaning what intention should you put into it? You drink it. Okay. Well, if you're going to drink the moon water, well, then you want the energy that the strawberry moon brings, which is rejuvenation, regeneration, and you also want that happiness and that childlike emotion to kind of wash over you and to kind of drown out the darkness with light, if that makes any sense. So that's what I suggest. Oh, your palm got hot after you held it over the bottle. Okay. That's interesting. Well, that might be that you are a naturally born Reiki kind of person as well. Yeah, see there, I hit on something. All right. You are welcome. You are welcome, Carrie. And I'm thinking that's you, as it just says Facebook user. So tonight, I'm using a piece of fluorite. Okay, you see me playing with it in my hand here, right? It's this beautiful little aqua piece of fluorite. And I have two different decks of cards. I have the Sacred Forest Oracle by Denise Lynn. Okay. And I also have the go to, and I meant to bring a shadow deck, but I left it over at the shop. So I have the Light Seers Tarot, which is obviously not a shadow deck, as seeing it has Light Seer in the name. But hey, so tonight I'm going to pause the music for a moment, and I have my little Tibetan singing bowl, and we're going to do this. All right, before I start pulling cards for people. Thank you, Kachenta. We have nice, steady energy tonight. Do you hear my phone going off? What is going on? The energy is going crazy. Well, just enjoy this as I finish. There we go. Nice and peaceful. Okay. So, who would like to be first? All right. Yes, soothing. This is an actual hand hammered Tibetan singing bowl, and it's brass. So I love it. I love the tone that it gives off. I believe it is an A tone, if I remember right, what I was told. Okay. All right. So remember, again, if you have any questions about the cards tonight, that you can reach out and you can contact me at the website. There is a contact form in there. It says contact us. The us is me. Okay. Or you can go to my Facebook page, or you can go wherever you know how to reach me. And also, again, if you do want to give stars, this is how you give stars. Okay. You would have to go to fb.com/stars and get stars. But if you don't feel like it, you don't have to. All right. So let's get down to it. So let's see here. Kimberly Lynn, you're up. And I got you, Shiloh. I got you. You've been needing a card. That's why I've been thinking about you. You too, Sarah. So don't go anywhere. Yeah, Kimberly, you're getting a card. You are getting a tarot card. Okay. Kimberly. Okay, Loretta, you too. All right, so, Kimberly, the past is a really great place to visit, but you can't live there. So understand that what you are going through right now is something that you need to appreciate more than you are. There have been subtle signs about change over the course of the past few months, and there is going to be a change. But don't fret. Do not worry over something that has not happened yet, because it will actually detract and take away from the joy that you could have in the moment that you have right now. And that's what this card is about. Now, communicate, 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 communicate. We see all of the blue in this card. So you are going to have to communicate. We also see the color red, which is for the root chakra. So there is something that's going to change on the horizon, which is why I say that the past is a really great place to visit, but you can't live there. You can't stay there and you can't live there. So, and that all the singing bowls that are there, you might actually want to get a singing bowl yourself. Okay? So I hope that actually helped, because that is what a quick reading is, Kimberly. Okay? And if you have any questions, you reach out to me and you tell me what I pulled for you. Okay? All right. So, let's see here. Loretta, you are getting a card You're welcome, Kim. You're welcome. And everybody, if you could share this out, like Conchetta, she actually shared this out. I mean, I never say that. I never think to say it. But if you could, I'd appreciate it. Right? There might be more people that need to have a card pulled for them. You never know. You never know. So if you think of somebody like, hey, they might need to have a little bit of information, spread it out there. Spread it out there because the more the merrier, as I say, okay? All right. Marley, hello. You have 2 singing bowls, Kim. Oh, wow. All right, Loretta. Thank you, Carrie. Thank you, Shiloh. You're watching from bed, Joanne. It's very late for you. Okay, Loretta, here's your card. The 3 of Pentacles. Now, the 3 of Earth. So pay attention to who you are working on something with. This little group project might seem like it's a group project, but it's not really a group project. You have to really scrutinize what everybody is doing. Because as you can see, not everybody is doing what they're supposed to be doing in this, are they? What's this guy at the top doing? What is he really doing? He's not. He's not. So, everything that is in this card, it reminds me of a traffic light. And every time I pull this card, and Earth has to do with, things coming to fruition, business, attainment, things like that. And this is right before you decide to put down those 4 corners to make that building, to make that solid decision, right? So this is what, I think everything's going good. I think I've got the people, I'm making the good decisions, etc. There is a traffic light here. You need to be cautious before you make that next step, Loretta. So pay attention to the key players that are around you because somebody is not pulling their weight. And that would be somebody who, well, is putting on a good show. Okay? And there you go. That's a quick read. Quick read. So I hope that helped, Loretta. What you got going on at work? What you got going on at home? Because things aren't as smooth as they might appear to be. That's basically the gist of it. Okay. Hide that. Joanne. These cards are getting beat up, I swear. Joanne, Miss Joanne. You are getting a tarot card as well. You're welcome, Loretta. Now, this is a major arcana card, right? And it was pulled in the upright position. This is justice. So, who, what, where, when, something's going on where justice is currently blind at the moment. If it were right, if it were the other way, the eyes would be open and justice would be actually in the process of being served, okay, because of some wrongful thing, okay? but instead it was pulled upright. So you need to communicate with some people around you about some stuff that's going on, because there are things that are going on that you are not aware of, and it might anger you. Now, remember that sword that you are actually using as a balance there, as a level, right? As a balance. Now, has two sides to it. Has the side that is on this side and the side on the bottom. And you're handling it with expertise. You are. But whatever you decide to cut out of your life, you may also end up hurting you as well, because the sword has two edges. So just choose carefully and communicate, 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 because that is the dominant color in this card is blue for the throat chakra. Okay? And this is a change that is like night and day. Somebody's like flipping a light switch. That's what the major arcana cards are. It's a change in life, a life change. Okay, so that is your card, Joanne, and I hope that helped. Hey, Alyssa. And I also want to say that tell them to stop talking about you. If they want to talk about you, they can do it to your face, and they can speak with you. And I don't even know what that's about. That's something that I actually came into my head. So the who, what, when, where, why, and how. Yeah. Wow, that was weird. Okay. Hey, Carla. I'm doing as many as I can tonight. Yes, I am. I'm trying my best. So let's scroll back through here. And Shiloh. I didn't do you yet, right, Shiloh? See, that's the bad thing about me, is that I never keep track of who I have actually done a card for and who I have not. So then I'm like, what? Okay, so you are getting an oracle card. Oh, man, this is one of my songs. I'm sorry to say, everybody. Any Brit that is on here, I know you might not like Morrissey, but this song gives me goosebumps every time, and I know it's going to happen someday. Oh, makes me verklempt. Okay. All right. Makes me almost just overwhelms me with emotion. That's what's on right now on my Spotify. So you might want to listen to this song, Shiloh. I know it's going to happen someday by Morrissey. Now here's your card. Interesting. The water spirit, manifesting dreams. And we have this song on right now. I know it's going to happen someday with a sea otter. Now, sea otters take care of their own. They look after their young like crazy. I mean, they are so hands-on with their young that it's amazing. They really set the example in the animal kingdom, okay? Now, the other thing about this particular card is we were just talking about moon water, right? So, with you, Shiloh, did you create moon water? And if so, what are you going to do with it? Because I know you are highly intuitive. So I hope you are paying attention to your dreams because right now, especially with this Scorpio influence, even though yesterday the moon was Sagittarius and everything, and it being a supermoon and Saturn being in retrograde, we're going to be bombarded with a lot of karmic dreams, dreams of past life stuff, dreams of things of shoulda, woulda, coulda, right? I really wish I would have. I really wish I could have. I really wish I should have, that kind of stuff. And I think that with the water spirit, you're going to be having a lot of that emotion pop up too. So understand that it's okay, especially right now with the supermoon. And understand it's going to happen someday. That song has so much meaning. I really want you to listen to it, Shiloh, if you're unfamiliar with it, okay? Yeah, yeah. Wow. Now another one just came on, The Swan. The Swan by Camille Saint-Saëns. It's a piano concerto. It's a beautiful, beautiful song that has to do with water yet again. So this is all about you, Shiloh. It's all about you and emotions that are going on with you. Please try to harness them and ride that wave because it's going to lead you to a completely brand new shore and it's going to open up many doors for you. I hope that all you understand what all this means because I'm just you didn't create moon water. Okay. Now Shiloh says that I had a dream I was a lawyer and had your own talent company. Oh boy, him. He's not the nicest person in the world. Let me tell you that. That's. Mm, I can tell you some stories firsthand. Firsthand stories from about 20 years ago, right? 20, 20, 20, 20 to 22 years ago. Yeah. But that's interesting. And that dream was last night, and now here you are. You're picking up on my shadow stuff. You cheeky thing. Okay. Yeah, I know Carrie. He seems so nice, but oftentimes, have you ever heard the term, thou doth protest too much? That means that you are protesting too much, meaning you're saying something too much to cover up the truth. That's kind of like an agenda. So let's just say that, okay? Let's just leave it there. Yeah, that's right, Shiloh. Laugh all you want, sister, okay? Uh huh. And I even think that Thou Doth Protest Too Much was from Hamlet that he was in. I happened to see him in Hamlet in Winnipeg. Don't ask, don't ask, don't ask. I had front row seats. Don't ask. It's a long story. Yeah. All right. So let's go up here to Conchetta. Conchetta, hello. Thank you for sharing it out. Conchetta, I'm going to pull another oracle card for you, okay? Ah, I love that saying. The words of a fool are many. Or just pay people to say them for you. Which is what he does. Yeah. All right. Okay, Conchetta. Here we go. The wood nymph. Beauty. We have a full moon over there. Look at that full moon, right? So with this card, we see you kind of embracing everything that has to do with nature and with your true nature. And don't shy away from it, Conchetta. Do not shy away from it. Embrace your inner beauty. This moon might be making you feel just kind of relaxed, calm, uh, at ease in some aspect. And I really, really feel that you need to. I don't know if you do this or not, Conchetta, but if you do any kind of moon anything, right? Meaning you light a candle or you just say hi to the moon, whatever, right? I'm sorry, I have an eyelash in my eye, my eyeball. Ah. But do it. Do it tonight, okay? Light a candle, say a little prayer, do whatever, and not for anything, any bad reason, but just in thanks. And also, tomorrow you might want to go earthing. Just go to a park, go outside, spend some time with nature because that is where you are going to find the wisdom that you are looking for. And that is where you are going to feel your strongest is in nature right now. And it's supposed to be super, super hot here in Ohio tomorrow. But if we notice, the color of the lotus blossoms are actually yellow, which is for self esteem. And we have all of the green, which is for the heart chakra. So you are going to be feeling at your best, 100% like, look at me in all my glory, if you go spend time outside. So go outside tonight. If it's nighttime for you, go outside in the moon. If it's going to rain, go outside in the rain. But do something special and memorable because you will gain from tonight. You will gain. Okay. So that is, you're putting, for the first time. All right, well, decide what you want to do with it. Okay? Decide what you want to do with it. So when you actually fill the water, put it in whatever it is, bottles or pitcher or mason jars or whatever it is that you're using, you know that this bottle is going to be for this bottle is going to be for that. Or you can just use what the moon is putting out, what the energy of the moon, this particular moon is putting out, which I discussed earlier with Carrie, okay? You are very, very welcome, Conchetta. Okay. All right. Let's see here. Okay, you get to work, Shiloh. And I'm happy we got to catch up too, but stay out of my shadows. I'm just joking with you. I'm just joking. No wonder we met up again today because of your dream. We got a lot to talk about at some point. We'll catch up for real. It was good seeing you. Okay, so let's come back here. Let's see, Marley. Marley, are you still on here? Whoops. Ooh, I had a card flip over. So, Marley, I'm hoping you're still on here because this card is for you. You're here? Okay. See, I saw that on my phone before I saw that on my computer. All right, so we have the Four of Pentacles. So we have you ready to actually start that business, to start that project. You're like, okay, I've got everything that I have worked for in this purse. I've got it all here. I'm holding on to it. You're clutching it like with both arms, right? And if you notice, what's on it is sacral chakra, which is your like the response you had to trauma. You have your heart chakra, which speaks for itself. You also have solar plexus, which is your self-esteem and how you feel about you. And then you have your throat chakra, which is communication. And you are robed, meaning your dress is sacral. So you have fear, but you also know that it is time for you to start this project. Now, it is the perfect time. This is the Four of Earth. This is the Four of Pentacles, the Four of Coins. So if you were going to start a business, if you were going to start a new project, now's the time to do it. Open your eyes, because in this, your eyes are closed. You can't do any of this with your eyes closed, okay? You can't. You also have communication skills that you have to stay on top of. And down at the bottom, do you see the spider webs that are kind of trying to creep in? That is self-doubt. And that's only happening because you might not be communicating every fear that you have. So I highly recommend, Marley, you have a job interview tomorrow. Okay. I highly recommend that you write down all of your fears. Just write them down. Because when you go for your interview tomorrow, you don't need to have that on your energy. And by writing them down, you're taking them outside of you and putting them somewhere else. It's called transmutation. Okay? You are changing the energy of it and putting it somewhere else. Closing it in a book, in a notebook, and just pushing it aside. You don't need it. It will not serve you. Okay? This is the business card. This is all about business. So you've got this. But it's a matter of how you are going to communicate. And you cannot communicate properly with your eyes closed, can you? So make sure to have that eye contact and to communicate properly. So if you have any questions you want to make sure to ask about this job, because it's within your right, write those down as well. So that fresh in your mind, okay? Okay, perfect. All right, I hope that helped, Marley. And good luck. Good luck to you, okay? Let me know how it goes. Okay. And this Facebook user, is this Carrie or is this somebody else? Because I would like to give you a card. It's Carrie? Okay. All right. So, Carrie, you are getting an oracle card. I don't know. I'm just here. I'm just here. This is this whole newfangled technology stuff. I almost said a bad word. It is what it is. Okay, so let's get your card. Ooh, Carrie. Unicorn for purity. So, whatever you are going through right now, understand that at the other end of almost the tunnel, I see almost like a tunnel, right? Because you are going through some stuff. At the other end of it, once you get through all this, it's almost like you are going through a purification ritual or something of that nature. And you are just going to come out something completely transformed and something shiny, brand spanking new. Almost a unicorn in your family, okay? And I hope you know what that means because that's what I heard in my head. Your family's going to kind of look at you like a unicorn. And let's face it, if we were to see a unicorn walk down the street, we'd be like, what? What? All right. But let me tell you, unicorn actually happens to be the animal of Scotland. So, yeah. So I don't know why I wanted to tell you that, but that is like like how they have their flag. The saying of their flag is kind of like F around and find out. Um, their country mascot animal or whatever is the unicorn. So you need to have that strength and that chutzpah right now. I'm doing this. You know what I'm talking about, Carrie, because you are going through a transformational phase, and you are going to all the stuff that has been weighing you down is going to be stripped away, and you are going to feel different. And I don't even know what all this means, Carrie, but I just see you going through a tunnel and all the just keep focusing to the end, because that tunnel will come to an end and you'll be out in the bright white light, and you will be this rare unicorn like creature, and you are going to appreciate actually what you have been through in a way. So pay attention to your dreams right now, because you are receiving all kinds of signs, all kinds of signs. And I am 100% spot on. Holy, okay. All right. I'm funny. Okay. Well, that's what the Scottish, their whole motto, it kind of semi translates, not in F, but the FUC word, and find out, that word, the nasty word. So that's why I'm Scottish. Yeah. That's right, Hal. See, Hal is telling you crush through that tunnel. All you have to focus on is getting through that tunnel. This is just that phase you have to go through to get to be transformed. That's it. And Carrie says, "Yep, I'm doing the F at the moment." All right. And guess what song is on right now? The Pink Moon. Pink, Pink, Pink Moon by Nick Drake. Okay, so Howell, would you like a card, sir? Yes, I did read for you, Joanne. Yep, I did, and I, for the life of me, cannot remember what it was. Um, I think it was an oracle. I'm not sure, but yes, I did. It was just a little bit ago. And thank you for the tip slash donation, Joanne. And you get some rest. Okay. And Howell says he knows that tunnel well. Keep pushing. Okay. Okay, Howell, you are getting tarot card. Yes, I do need sticky notes, but I'm afraid that I would be one giant sticky note if I did go ahead and start using them, Sarah. I would have them everywhere. Okay. All right, Hal. Happy you're still here, Sarah. Good night, Joanne. Okay. Hal. Hold up. This is the Ten of Wands. You've thrown everything that you can at a situation, and you feel like it's time to move on. You can't do that because it's what it's doing is it's affecting how you feel about you. That's what the core situation is that the fact that everything has been thrown at a situation, because this is the Ten of Wands, right? So everything but the kitchen sink has been thrown at it, and you still can't change it. So it's like, okay, time to pack up and move forward. Now you're going to have to stop that crap. You are. The only reason you feel that way, Hal, is because of the yellow. Yellow has to do with solar plexus, which is self esteem. And I know you, and you like to solve situations, and you will put your all into solving a situation. So the fact that things are not easily rectified right now is affecting you on a subconscious level, and also affecting you on multiple levels, I should say. And it's okay. It's all right. The next card after this is the Knight. All right. Now, the Knight is the one that gets sent out to do the dirty work. So, also, in some decks, before the Knight, we actually have the Page or the Messenger. So, you may actually receive some news. But in this deck, it just jumps to the Knight. Okay? But understand, I think that you are going to receive some news about something that you will have completely out of left field. And that is the weirdness that is Rachel telling you that. And it is going to ease your mind. So, no transformation plays. Probably work. Well, I don't think it's work, actually. I think that this is going to be something that's going to ease everything that has to do with you. If that's what you're referring to. And I know that you know the Knight very well. But hold on, because you are going to get some type of notice in the mail or a phone call or something out of left field. You really, really are. And it's going to change the course of a lot of things. And it's going to actually be good. At first, it might scare the crap out of you, but it's going to be good. Okay? It'll change things that need to be changed. So, all right. And I hope that helped, Howell. I really do. And Courtney, I do not. Courtney, I will answer your question. I do not. Now, Carla, I'm going to do Sarah first. Okay? Sarah, are you on here still? I know I stumped you, Hal, because it's something that's out of left field. So when things come out of left field, that means the universe is going to step in. And we're dealing with Saturn. So, yeah, we're dealing with Saturn right now. So if things are supposed to happen, they're going to happen. Cut, dry, simple. Okay? All right. Okay, Sarah. You are getting a tarot card. Ooh. And I had it flip over when I was shuffling. And you have a major arcana card. You have the very, very beginning of the deck, which is the Fool. Now, this isn't something to laugh at, though, because the Fool means that you have come to a point where you feel that it's time to actually undergo that transformation. Like you trust enough in yourself. You trust, it's almost like a youthful energy, right? It's like, yeah, I think I can do this. I think I got this down. I can do this. So, whether it be your spirituality, whether it be some venture that you are looking into, which I kind of get that idea. I don't know why. This is it. This is it. Understand, in your receiving hand, because this is your right hand, you have an amethyst. So you are receiving wisdom from the universe, okay? And also, all of the blue is communication. So you have been in communicate with a lot of ancestors, a lot of people, a lot of friends, family, and even just writing things down maybe, or just kind of keeping it in your head and writing in the proverbial part of your brain. You know, I always mean to write it down, but I'm just going to write it in my head, that kind of thing. But your eyes are closed and you are going to fall backwards into sacred geometry, which is life. That is the flower of life. So you are ready to start something completely brand new. And the yellow that you are wearing is for solar plexus, which is a little bit below the sternum and a little bit above the belly button, okay? So that is self-esteem. So you're like, yes, I got this. I can do it. Now the thing is that if you notice, that's quite a drop. So that's the part of the Fool, is that just to free fall blindly, you might end up a little bit hurt, but it might go okay too. But you're never going to know unless you try. And this is a major life change for you, okay? So kudos to you for having like the impetus to actually do something completely brand new. So that is your card. Hello, Stacy. So I have ABBA playing right now. Oh my goodness. What happened? Spotify, what did you do? Take a chance. Take a chance is playing, Sarah. Oh, okay. And I think I'm going to do one more card. Let's see. Let's scroll back here. Carla. Are you still here, Carla? It's spot on. Really, Sarah? You want to tell me what it is you're doing? What are you up to, girl? What you up to, girl? I want to know. Inquiring minds want to know. My Aunt Nancy always had National Enquirer around. And what was the other one? The World News. And Star or something. Star something. Star Magazine. Always. So, Carla, you are getting an oracle card, okay? Okay. So, here we go. Sanctuary. Mystic Meadow. So, do we see all the symbolism here? This is somebody, a character that looks like it came right out of Alice in Wonderland, right? So you have to seek sanctuary and something that is almost childlike, that gives you childlike wonder. Now, the thing with this card is you are going to have many guardians. Okay? You have this bear here, you have a fox, you have all kinds of little animals as well. And you are going to actually, they're presenting you with a key. I don't know if you can see that or not, but they are presenting you with a key. So this is something that is just for you. So please go out there, get out there into nature, because this deck is the sacred forest, right? So they are giving you something sacred in this particular card. And it's connecting to something that has to do with childhood memory, childhood infatuation. I don't know why I want to say that, but I feel that. Whether it's somebody from your past that suddenly popped up in your mind, that's what's happening. Now, the other thing is that these animals are getting along quite well together, aren't they? And that's something that isn't seen very often. I mean, usually the bear would be going after that fox, etc., etc., and even this rabbit, and it would just be pure chaos. But instead, these are the guardians of the forest coming to greet you and welcome you into the fold. So I highly recommend that you spend some time outside. Go earthing, like I said before to somebody else, go earthing. If it is nighttime where you are, Carla, please go outside in the moon, even if it's cloudy, even if it's raining. Enjoy the energy that is there, because there is energy, all right? And receive your present, receive your gift. You're going to have a really, really good dream tonight. So prepare to write down what you dream about. Get a journal, put it by your bed, even a blank piece of paper, so that when you wake up, you just write it down, because it's going to have a lot of weight to it, a lot of meaning, okay? So, yeah, that's your card. Stacy. Stacy Edens. Tarot card. I just can't handle Iron Maiden at the moment. You are very, very welcome, Carla. You're very welcome. Okay. And yes, you can too, Stephanie. Okay. Okay, here we go. Another major arcana card. And guess what card it is, Stacy? The moon. There's a give and take with the moon. The moon controls the tides. But as we see here, you are under the water because the moon controls the tides. The moon in palmistry, the area of the moon, which is right here, the Mount of Selene or the Mount of Luna, right? That is what controls empathy, intuition, psychic ability, and emotions. And emotions are water. So even though there is this balance in this card, you have gone underwater. So, my friend, this is a major arcana card, meaning a major life change. So I don't know what has happened in your world or in your life, but you can't breathe underwater. So you have to come up, even if you just feel like you are in this intuitive haze kind of a thing and you're just getting the biggest download you've ever received. You have to come up for air. You do. So you need to write down the information and give yourself a break and then go back in. Because you're human. You're not a mermaid in this picture. You're human. So communicate, communicate, communicate. That is the color of this card. Everything in this card is blue, which is throat chakra. So you need to communicate. And you may even have a bit of a blockage there and feel like you can't communicate to the proper people quite yet what you want to. Well, it'll come in time. It will. So write it down now so you don't forget. I hope that helped. And you are welcome, Sarah. And we really, really, really need to catch up. Okay, Sarah? But you do. Everyone tells you you don't communicate, but you do. Well, it might be the way that you are communicating. There's that. Now, a lot of people, how do I put this? Some people kind of communicate to the beat of their own drum. And so it'll go over the head of other people. They'll be like, what? What? Or else it's an assumption. Like sometimes we think that people will just understand, or we hope that they'll understand when we try to communicate. It all depends on the elements of people that we have around us, and that's why I like palmistry, because like let's say if you are an earth hand and you're surrounded by earth hands, you're all going to get each other. You're all going to understand that type of communication, okay? But let's say you're an earth hand and you're surrounded by air handed people. They're going to look at you like, what? Wait, what? What are you getting at? Or it's just going to go right over their head because they are not going to be as quick to be empathetic as another earth-handed person would be. So you follow me? That's probably why people are saying that to you. It's just the type of people, the majority of people that are around you, and the element that they have as their hand. And that's why I do palms. I like palms so well. And you are welcome, Stacy. So let's see. I think Stephanie, did I do a card for you? Are you still here? Are you still here, Stephanie? Stephanie! Run in circles. It's a very, very mad world. Going once. Going twice. Yeah. See, there are 4 different types. You've probably heard me yammer on about it, Stacy. And the type of palmistry that I do, right? Earth, air, water, fire. So each element has its own way of communicating and kind of automatically assuming that other people are going to understand that type of communication. When if you're a completely different element, yeah, they're not, okay? Judith, how are you? Christine, hey. Hello everybody. So, Judith, I'm doing okay. You've missed me yammering on about somebody trying to create a fake account with my name on it and trying to scam people out of money. But hey, you know, Saturn's in retrograde, so karma will be dealt. And karma's only a bitch if you are, so. So there's that. Yeah. So, Judith, would you like a card? And you too, Christine. Let's do this. Judith, you're getting a card. The best I've ever had. All right. Yeah, there's shady people everywhere. And it's on Facebook. And they're refusing to take the profile down because they say that it doesn't violate community guidelines. I have nothing to say. I'm just like, whatever. What kind of community is Facebook if that isn't a violation? I don't know. What kind of guidelines do they have? So here we go, Judy. The Ace of Wands. New energy. Brand spanking new energy. This is a fire card. This is a brand new idea. You going out there, putting yourself out there, exploring new things, new ideas, new avenues. What are you up to, Judith? Judy girl, what you doing? Now everything about this card, right? Your eyes are closed. So you are thinking with your I would say third eye here, right? Because that's where that is. But pineal gland stuff, right? So remember remember last time we met, right? That type of stuff, right? That we talked about. Not going to go into detail here, but that stuff, that part of the brain is what is giving you a new idea. Okay? So embrace it. But don't forget to open your eyes. Okay? Because the Two of Wands has you look, which is the next one, right? The Two of Wands. This is the Ace. The Two of Wands, Two of Fire, has you almost looking for somebody. Like who's out there to join me on this journey? Who's out there to kind of stand by my side, right? So pay attention very closely to what you wish for right now, especially under this strawberry moon. Okay, so that's your card for right now. And open your eyes. Open your eyes. Don't forget to open your eyes. Because sometimes we can't see the forest for the trees. We get so caught up in everything. You are welcome, Judy. Hey there, Mary. Christine. Where is Christine? Christine. You're all right. Deborah by Mark Bolan of T-Rex is on my Spotify right now. Happy little song. I have stories about Mark Bolan too. I was actually told something by Mark Bolan when I went into like a trance medium kind of a thing. I didn't know who it was until I saw a picture and I was like, what? All right. That's who that is? What? Right? And he actually said to me to never forget. And it was one of my guides that introduced me and said, there's somebody that I want you to talk to. And I was like, okay. So I remember going over to this table and he was sitting there and he stood up and he reached over and he shook my hand. And we sat down and he said, I want to tell you something. And I said, all right. And he leaned in and he said like this. He said, it's always the smallest fact that has the biggest importance. Never forget that. So there you go. And I was like, I will never forget that. And if you think about it, it's true. So yeah, that's the weirdness that is Rachel, everybody. Yeah, that's right. Mark Bolan, lead singer T-Rex. All right, so Christine, here is your card. You're getting an oracle card. What are you? What? I've never pulled this card before, Christine. Toadstools for growth. So, what do we know about fungi? More than he's a fun guy. No. We know that from things that are in the past, right? Things that have left us, that their fungi grow from things that have departed, right? So with that, there's a transformation that occurs, and there is growth that occurs right? But is it the type of growth that you want? Now, remember, Christine, you and I have had this conversation before about the butterfly. And I've had this conversation many times with people, right? Now, a lot of times people don't ask a caterpillar if it's happy just being a caterpillar. I mean, maybe it just likes munching around on leaves and stuff or crawling on the ground, right? You've heard me say this many times. But ultimately, it has to turn into a butterfly. It has to. And that's a scary prospect, isn't it? So you can't be stagnant. You cannot remain a caterpillar just because you're happy being a caterpillar. So you must transform. Growth. You need to grow into who you are really supposed to become. And this is a divine number 44 down here. You have the 8 combined for the 8. So this is a change card all across the board. Okay? It's just toadstools. I've never pulled this card out of this deck ever, Christine. And you happen to have gotten it. So, yeah. Oh, you're feeling unhinged. Stop that. Stop that. Don't feel unhinged. No, 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 no. You reach out to me, okay? You reach out to me. We'll chat. Because there is no reason for you to feel unhinged about this card or about things that are going on. There's a lot going on in the world, period. And the more rabbit holes we jump down, the worse it seems. Trust me. But so we always have to come up for air. We always have to come up for air, and it sounds like it's time for you to come up for air. Hello. And you look like you've been foraging for these toadstools and mushrooms for quite some time. Come on, Christine. You can do it. You can. So I hope that helped. Okay. And absolutely. It's very easy. This is how you come up for air. You go outside. You turn your TV off. You go outside. Period. Or you talk to a friend. Or you pick up a good book. A book you've always wanted to read. Or one of your favorite books that you haven't read in 20 years. Revisit things. That's how you come up for air. Well, hello, Miss Leanne. Wow. How are you doing, Leanne? But you get in contact with me, Christine, okay? I'm serious about that. Okay. Good to see you here, Leanne. It's been a very, very long time. And congratulations on your new space in Columbiana. I'm just going to do a card for Mary now. I bet it has been crazy. You're in Nashville now? Oh my goodness. I told you you'd have success, just not in the way you thought you would. Mm-hmm. All right, Mary. So, Leanne, would you like a card too? I have two people in front of you. So, okay. Mary is first. So, Mary, here's your card. Oh, we have the Two of Swords. Now, this is a straight off the bat relationship conflict card. Okay. Now, communications are down. Communications are down. And absolutely, Allison. Now, the other thing with this card, why I say that communications are down is because of the dominant color in the back of this particular card is blue, which stands for the throat chakra. That's what this deck is about. The Light Seers Tarot is all about chakras, okay? So, blue is the throat chakra. And it's not a very vibrant blue either. Now, the other thing is, you're even wearing a pendant that's a pale blue. So you're trying your best. And here's the thing, here's the kicker, is that you can take this blindfold off at any point in time to stop the squabbling so that you can see the truth of the situation, but you're not really doing it. You're not away the crows or the ravens, which are bringing you messages, by the way. They're not really full on attacking you. Might seem that way, but they're not. There's just a balance here in this card. That's what they're representing. So you have to find a truth in a situation that is going on in a relationship that you're going through right now. And you have to have it out. You have to have frank, brutal, true, 100% communicate with other people right now, Mary. You have to, okay? And things will just ease up for you and you will feel so much better. Now, the swords are two-sided, two-edged, right? So they have an edge that is towards you and an edge that faces away from you toward other people. So remember that if you decide to cut certain people out of your life for situations out of your life, that there stands the chance that you may have some regret. But in the long run, the way it stands right now, the fact that it is the Two of Swords, understand that change is needed in order for you to be able to move forward. Okay. So I hope that helped. Okay. Okay. And Leanne. And if you have any questions, you just reach out to me, Mary. Okay. So Leanne, let me get a card for you here. Okay. All right. Perfect. Mm-hmm. All right. Ooh, I feel like I have to cut the deck for you, Leanne. What's that about? What energy is that? Okay. I just cut the deck. If it's the same darn card that I pulled just a second ago, I don't know what I'm going to do, but I have that feeling. No, it's not. Thank goodness. Instead, it's something that basically says exactly what you have just said, how crazy it's been for you, right? The Five of Wands. Look at this. Yeah, the Five of Wands. Now, you are trying to construct a whole thing with like help from everybody, but it's very chaotic and it's very ramshackle. So, what I mean by ramshackle is that it's like, okay, we'll try a little bit here, and wait, we don't have enough for there, so we'll try a little bit over here. So, you this is a fire card. You have to keep the fire burning, all right? And how do you do that? By putting more work into the fire, okay? You have to keep feeding that fire. Now, the thing with this is, if you, as you can see here, there is fear because of the orange. There's sacral stuff. There's sacral and there's root. So don't fear. Don't have fear of that potential disappointment or fear of things not working, because that is what is leading you to start something and then just kind of be like, nope, nope, that's not enough. Let's do this. And then being like, nope, 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 that's not enough. Let's try over here. What you need to do is focus, 100% focus, prioritize, and focus. Because as you can see, this isn't going to hold up. This isn't going to hold everybody. And all of these cobwebs that are up here that you are trying to burn away, they're going to keep creeping in. And why do I say sacral and root and like fears? Because it's sacral and root colors. Also, if you listen to your gut, you know in your gut what you need to do. And just so you know, Leanne, right? Right now, CCR is playing. CCR is playing. Have you ever seen the rain? And what does water do to fire? Yeah, but have you ever seen the rain coming down in the summertime? I really feel like I have to ask you this. It's not the pressure that you feel is not as dire as it might seem. It's really not. There's just more people involved in what you are doing. So it seems that way. But remember, there's only one of you. There's only one of you. There's no room for fear. Go all out. All out. All in, all out. Okay? I know you have lots of stuff. And that's what's in this card, too. But you also are very, very intuitive. Well, you're going to feel a lot of pressure pretty darn soon. Okay? Because you are going to be spread a little bit thin. And you have to go all in. It's like go big or go home. That kind of thing. And that's been my mantra for about 2 months now, is go big or go home. So that is the general thing. And also Saturn is in retrograde right now. So there might be a point in time and when you start thinking, am I doing the right thing? Am I actually supposed to be doing this part of what I'm doing? Am I supposed to be doing this facet of it, etc., etc.? Well, that's because Saturn is in retrograde, and Saturn is the business finger. Okay? Now, when Saturn goes into retrograde, other people will start questioning your motives as well. So pay attention to that, because that can also put your fire out. If people start questioning you or start saying stuff, ugh, that's disgusting. That's disgusting. Yep, yep. You know what I'm talking about. Yeah. So stay on top of it. Stay on top of it. Use your intuition. Yes. Stay true to you. To thine own self be true. To thine own self be true. That's your card. Yeah. It's happening already? Oh. Okay. Well, remember, just stay focused. You're welcome, Leanne. You are welcome. Let's see here. Let me scroll back. Kim, are you here? And good luck to you, Leanne. Okay. Kim is here. All right. You are getting a tarot card. All right. Queen of Pentacles, Queen of Earth, Queen of Coins. You have achieved more than you know. You really have. And it's time for you to actually understand that. And I get the impression that there are some people around you that just aren't going to let you appreciate that or have self appreciation or appreciation of yourself. Let's think of different ways to put that. Have a healthy ego. Okay? I get the impression that there are some people around you that are going to be like, no, we can't let Kim. Oh, I'm sorry, Allison. I'll do you next. I will do you next. I promise. So I don't write down who I say what to, and I probably should. So I apologize, Allison. But anyway, Kim, with this, there are some keys to what I'm saying, okay? We have this root chakra color here, and we also have this sacral chakra color here. Now, the root chakra, which is what you're leaning against, right? Root chakra are traumatic experiences. That's literally where we sit. That's our root chakra, okay? And now the sacral chakra is in between that area and our belly button. So kind of like the groin but not area, right? And that's where we hold our experience or our response to the trauma, to the traumatic experiences. But your eyes are closed and you're robed in green, aren't you? Which is all heart chakra. So you are at peace. You are at peace, but people are going to keep throwing stuff at you and trying to kind of like poke the bear, as they say, right? To take that peace away. But you're the queen, Kim. You're the queen. The queen got to be the queen, not just because of sometimes they marry into being a queen, but sometimes they're just the queen, right? I mean, birth. And you have gone through so much that you have actually gotten the wisdom to become a queen. So rule your kingdom. That's what you have to do. So open your eyes and look those people straight in the face, those ones that are trying to push your buttons, and say, back up and get out of my way because I'm the queen and you're blocking my sun. Okay? All right? I'm serious, Kim. I'm serious. And you've definitely had trauma. Okay, I'm very sorry for that. But there are people around you that will kind of remind you of that. Okay? And that happens sometimes in a subconscious way to keep a person down. And trust me, it's subconscious. Okay? And it has to do with the type of element they are. Meaning, what type of hand they have. And you're gonna have to do that. Tell them to get out of your sunshine. Get out of my face. You're blocking my sun. Right. Okay, Allison. All right, here we go. Okay. Here is your card. All right. And thank you, Leanne. I just read what you said. Thank you. And you are welcome, Kim, too. Let's get back to Allison. Allison, you have a rather dire card here. Okay. You have the Eight of Swords. You perceive yourself to be rather in a prison kind of a situation, self-imprisonment. This is of your making. You can break free of this at any point in time because all this is a mirror. Okay? But that's when you look down into it, that's what you see. It's not the reality. The reality is out here. So you are what is called or deemed in Chinese palmistry too much in your head. Okay? And what that means is that you are contemplating things more than actually communicating them. And if you notice in the mirror reflection here of you, it's blue. And that's the dominant color, is a vibrant, vibrant blue. And that means that that's what you have to do in order to break free is you need to communicate with people instead of just keeping it all inside and bottled up. You need to just let that dam break and let it all out. And always been like that. Well, you are going to have to speak your truth because there are people around you that are making assumptions because they just do not get who you are and they cannot pick up on the empathic side of you. And I get that you are very empathic and I get that you are highly intuitive, and they're just not going to be able to see and understand that. So you need to put it into words so that they can understand, and it will actually free you emotionally from what you perceive to be almost like a prison. I mean, you are in bondage in this reflection of yourself, okay? You've been told that? Okay. So this is you, the Eight of Swords. Now remember, you can easily push those little threads away too, can't you? And you can easily swat away those crows too that are actually tying those threads around you. But more so than not, the crows are also, or ravens, are also messengers. So, what messages are they bringing to you that you might not be paying attention to? Focus on that, okay? Focus on that. because there are messages that you are receiving and signs that you have been getting. But I think that you just need to open up your mouth and just let it out. Just open it up. And if you think you are going overboard in communicating with people and how you feel about things or things that you have seen happen, you're not going overboard. Trust me. Because, as I said, they're making assumptions and they're just not getting it. So you have to make sure that they understand. So go above and beyond and overboard until they do. You have no idea what the messages could be. Well, pay attention to your dreams tonight as it is the supermoon, okay? So, whatever, this is the card that you got on the supermoon. So, pay attention to your dreams tonight, all right? And no pressure. If you don't remember, then if you have an oracle deck or something, just shuffle it tonight, sit it beside your bed, and first thing in the morning, pull a card from it, okay? And let that be your message, okay? Let that be your message. Also, you might want to make some moon water. Everybody seems to be making some moon water tonight or doing something kind of crafty. So if you feel like doing it, now's the time to do it, Allison, okay? And I hope that helped. And everybody, thank you for stopping by. And thank you for putting up with me. And thank you for putting up with the weirdness that is Rachel. And I am going to what's moon water? You don't know what moon water is. Moon water is water that has actually been energized by the moon. So people will take like mason jars or bottled water, um, even a pitcher of water, right? Obviously, close it over with saran wrap or something and take it outside and sit it under the moon so that it will get the moon, even if it's cloudy, okay? But just because if it's indoors, obviously that energy is not going to reach it, okay? So people then will use that water in different kind of tinctures or different types of stuff, moon stuff. People will drink the water because each supermoon has a different property to it or different energy that it gives off, okay? And this particular supermoon, which is the strawberry moon, has to do with rejuvenation. Also, we have the Letha coming up, which is on the Wheel of the Year. Which is midsummer, and we have all of this stuff coming up, right? So understand that it's all about growth, and this is a happy moon. So you might want to make some moon water, even if you have like some bottled water. Just set it in your window or something and let it get some moon, and then drink it and know that that was actually energized by the energy of the moon. All right, you're doing that tonight. Good. And thank you all so much. And remember, again, if you want to make an appointment, let me see here. You need to go to this right here for private appointments, elementalintentions.com. I do global appointments. I have Zoom. I do all that. I read palms through Zoom. I also have been doing video readings. So sending out links to people if they send me photos of their palms. And it's there up to them to actually download that reading and keep it for prosperity because posterity, because I obviously have to clear my cloud every couple weeks, so I have enough memory in my cloud to be able to do what I do. But all that being said, I also do in-person readings, and I am available. If you have any questions, just reach out. And there's a contact form there on that website, or you can reach out to me on Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, you name it. I'm there. I'm pretty much there. And yeah, set your crystals. Yes, everybody, set your crystals out. Set your crystals out, everybody. Okay? Don't forget that. That's important. So I will see you soon. And everybody have a blessed moon. Bye bye. Good night.